So now that the Galaxy Note 7 is here, you might be looking at your Galaxy Note 5 and thinking you are due for an upgrade. While it's only one generation but two model numbers apart, there are a lot of things that have changed with the Galaxy Note 7. But before we tell you about what's changed, there's a lot that's the same here as well. We've got that same 5.7-inch QHD screen, looks absolutely beautiful. The same 4 gigs of RAM we had from the last generation. The usual suspects have improved. The processor is now faster than it was before. Both phones are very fast. You'll be hard-pressed to find any speed difference from this generation to the Note 7. But there are some drastic changes that you might want to consider if one of these or more than one of these are important to you. The first is waterproofing. IP68 is now on a Note line of phones. What that's going to mean is you can submerge this thing in 5 feet of water for up to 30 minutes, or just like take it in the shower and jot down notes, because the new and improved S Pen is also IP68. It also has double the sensitivity that the S Pen in the Galaxy Note 5 has, and if I've learned anything over my years, more sensitivity the better. That's going to translate to just a more elegant writing experience. When you take out the pen and you start to write on the screen, which you can do while the screen is off and even pin that to your lock screen, it's really quick. You don't have any sort of lag that you get from older generation styluses. Not surprisingly, on the most recent Note device, this is the best version of the S Pen. And also, just of note, Samsung now won't let you put the thing in backwards. Battery life is also a big reason you might want to consider upgrading. You get about a 17% increase in battery life from the 5 to the 7. There's an extra 500 milliamp hours that have gone into Note 7. It's up to 3,500. So if battery is important to you, you might want to consider the Note 7. Fast charging is here as well, same with the Note 5. Another big reason you may want to consider upgrading is if you're running out of storage. The Note 5 came in 2 flavors, either 32 or 64 gigs of storage, with no option for external storage. Remember when that was a thing that Samsung did for one generation? That has been rectified on the Note line. 64 gigs is the only size you can get, and now there's a micro SD card you can pop in there for 256 gigs and just store all your stuff. If security is also important to you, you might really like the iris scanner that's built into the phone. It's not like the old face scanners you have on Android. This actually uses your eyeballs to unlock your phone. Now I'm still testing it. So far though, it's worked pretty well in low light. They give you warnings with glasses, but I tried it with my glasses on and it worked if you use contacts, maybe you wear sunglasses a lot. Maybe not a big deal breaker for you, but the fingerprint reader is also here to use as a backup. There's less changes in the camera department. In fact, the megapixel edge is down on the Note 7. The same sensor that's been in the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, that 12 megapixel sensor is here versus a 16 megapixel sensor on the Galaxy Note 5. So that's going to translate to, I could talk about micron pixels and that kind of stuff. The images are going to be sharper on the Note 7, but you can't blow them up to as giant resolution as you could on the Note 5. Also, OIS is built in, so if you have a shaky hand, you might appreciate the camera on the Note 7. But the camera I don't think is a big enough reason to upgrade. Both are really good. Other small things to note, USB-C is now the standard on the Note 7. So if that's important to you, you're gonna be pretty happy. Some software changes as well. The camera UI is different. You can create jig, GIFs, moving pictures directly from videos that you're watching or create. It's kind of a cool addition to the software. And design. The design is a little bit different here. It's subtle. When you compare them side to side, you can see the difference. They both have the same metal bands around them, but now the metal band on the Note 7 has a color matching to the color device itself. It's a small thing, but I think it makes the Note 7 look a little bit better. Other additions, things like Gorilla Glass 5 are here. We've got the new dual curved display that we've seen on the S7 Edge. I don't really use the Edge panels, but I like the way it looks. And I don't want to understate what a difference 2 millimeters thinner actually means. This feels more phone in your hand and less tablet. It's something that I really appreciate when I've been using it. Those are the giant differences and the big similarities between the two phones. Is it a huge update? No. Is it evolutionary? Yeah, it is. But that evolution might be enough a reason for a lot of you guys to consider upgrading your phones. I use the Note 5 extensively. After holding this guy in my hand, I can see why people would want to upgrade. It feels good. The screen is absolutely beautiful. It looks better in direct sunlight despite the same resolution than the Note 5. And I think Samsung just has some of the best screens going. What do you guys think? Is it worth the upgrade for you? I want to hear your thoughts on it. Leave in the comments down below. So I'm wrapping up the Note 7 versus Note 5 video. End of the day here in California. I'm getting a little bit drowsy. If only there was something that could wake me up and also give me some nutrients since I skipped lunch. I've got the answer for you. Coffee is... You launched that at me. me. This is Coffeeist, providing the best of Soylent with also enough caffeine to keep your butt awake. And it's also a full meal. It's not meant to replace every single meal, but it can replace any meal. When I'm traveling, one of these is always in my bag. Use coupon code Coffeeist, that's COFFIEST, and get an extra 10% off your first subscription. Hit the link down below, go to Soylent.com/TechnoBuffalo, let them know we sent you, and get ordering. If you like Soylent and you like staying awake, give it a whirl.